Hey, HJR, you're doing quite well. You're leading the poll so far.
It's because it's the first one. You just click the top one. I was looking for the X, but I clicked Jason's by accident.
All right.
That's
how you signed your name.
What is it saying there, JL?
So saying, well, it's got nine have posted under PDBs and multi-tenancy. So,
well, then there's probably so the interesting thing is it's new technology. It's not new technology, but I don't think as many people are using it as they should be. So we almost need a follow-up of, well, are you using it? But
that's true. Actually,
looping back to one of the questions Stuart said, some people question, it's a newer architecture, it's different. Is it for me? Our shared autonomous service is you're consuming a pluggable database. So we sell it to customers. So anyone who has any doubts about, the maturity of it, we actually sell it as a discrete unit to customers. You can consume it in our cloud. Absolutely. So I think that answers that sort of question as to whether, it's applicable. And then, we then look at the actual consolidation use cases thereafter. And it's not just consolidation. I think we've touched on a few things. You don't care what it is, Stuart, but if it's important data, you do want to have it secure, backed up, highly available. So I think there's a lot of the things we're talking about all intertwine and overlap, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice to start using PDBs, and the more that do, the better. I mean, because it also makes it easy for the DBAs that we still have, to be able to clone out and do all those nice things, which of course is what we can do in autonomous at the click of a button. But as a good old DBA, even if you're using DBCS with pluggables, you've got those nice features. You can manage your encrypted keys and you can clone out quite easily.
So it's simple. Are you saying it's simple, Jason G?
I am, of course.
Does anyone have any questions around it being simple?
Elephants in the room.
I have an elephant in the room. I'm actually going to try and organise an elephant in the room. I don't know if anyone saw Celebrity Apprentice where Ross Noble had a zebra. I'm going to try and get an elephant. My kids will love it. So it'll actually be an elephant in the room.
It has to clean up after it, though.
I can't help myself. I'm either going to talk about these things in terms of the cost or the complexity. And what I will say is Gerald Wenzel does a really good talk on microservices and how to use PDBs in a microservices world. The other thing that I think we've probably touched on in the past is migration from on-premise or even just on-premise and managing PDBs, because that at the end of the day is the same as we've talked about before. But actually, when you start to get into the nitty-gritty of moving PDBs around and managing them, I mean, where is the simplicity? I mean, you make things sound simple because that's what you do. But Elephant says, nah, it's actually really quite hard. I'm going to get rid of the
I've only been doing it for a lazy 35 plus years, Stu. So yeah, it comes pretty easy to me.
You don't look old enough,
the commands are very straightforward. I mean, actually, a good friend of ours who we hope to have on Tech Talk soon, Tam, she did a really good blog actually on using CDBs and PDBs, and it is very straightforward to use. We should find that out and give people the link to that actually.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because it is to try and sort of promote using them, because they're a great way to consolidate. If you're not ready, or you don't want to consolidate schemas into a single, database, but you do want to have less databases to manage, the containerized database is definitely the way to go. And as you say, we're actually using them for you in shared autonomous, and you get to use them yourself. When it comes to dedicated, you get to build up to 12 CDBs and then drop your autonomous PDBs inside them, which is nice.